How we doing? How we looking? How we feeling? People, as always, we are here to answer your start sit questions. So put it in the chat here. What a crazy, crazy game. If you guys are watching college football, Alabama versus Tennessee. Wow. Wow. Are you there? Are you talking? Your mic is not. Your mic's not there. I can't even hear you. Maybe your mic got disconnected. By the way, brother. You let us know. Guys, as you can see, we pinned it. All super chat gets answered straight away. You don't need to do a super chat, but we will go through every single question. But if you're on a time crunch and you want us to answer your question, let us know.
Hello?
There we go. There we go. We can hear you there,
cool.
brother. Baseball's happening. College football's happening. It's all happening. And we're here to answer all your star state questions. Let's get straight into it. David, Raiders Nation, do I trust Pitts this week or do I put in Disley?
That's crazy.
It is crazy. I'll tell you.
I think Disley could low-key actually have a good week because we're not sure Lockett's gonna play. Do we have an update on Lockett?
I haven't heard anything from Lockett
overall
as of yet.
I'll just quickly say I'm still gonna start Pitts. I know it's not been great, but I'm still gonna rock with Pitts this week.
Atlanta is playing the 49ers this week.
Yeah. It's a tough
I think
matchup,
if it was
really
anyone
tough matchup.
outside of Will Disley, I would be okay. Like an Everett, a Knox if he plays, those type of guys, I would be okay with. David and Njoku, but Will Disley feels a little. I would rather play Kyle Pitts, but I do agree Will Disley could potentially have a good game. But you start Pitts, in that
Could be
scenario.
sneaky.
Yeah, Trav, Damian Pierce is on a bye, so Najee Henderson or AJ Dillon for my RB2 spot.
Go on, AJ.
Yeah, I'm going to AJ as well.
Actually, sorry, Henderson. I'm just really remembering now. He's going to be the lead back there.
He's playing the
versus
Carolina Panthers. Yeah, I think
Give
I'm
me
still
Daryl
going.
Henderson actually.
I'm still going to try AJ. I think it was big that the Packers kind of abandoned the run game in the second half. I think they're going to make it. They're going to emphasize the run game this week. So let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Ryan,
I think it's close between them.
should I trade away Hollywood Brown? I think there's an argument that could be had, but and I would say if you can, depending on who you can get, but like I'm not actively trying to go out and trade him. I'm definitely listening if somebody wants to get Hollywood, but it has to be a really good offer for me.
Yeah, I don't think that like Hollywood has put himself in this conversation where people are gonna be willing to move big names for him. Like I don't imagine you can still do Hollywood for Chase or something with Chase struggling. So I'm gonna stick with Hollywood here. I still think that connection is gonna be great. I've talked about DeAndre Hopkins as a buy on our channel this week, but I feel like DeAndre Hopkins and Hollywood Brown really complement each other, and I don't think that they're going to hurt each other's games. I think they're going to help each other's games. Also, keeping in mind, part of that take, I mentioned that Kyler Murray is throwing 9 more pass attempts this year than he was last year because their defense is terrible, and they're constantly, put in these situations where they need to come back. Also because they start slow. But right now, the Cardinals throw the ball the second most times per game. I think there's going to be enough volume for Hopkins and Hollywood to succeed. So I think you should keep it.
Let me give you some hypotheticals really fast. Hollywood,
Okay.
T. Higgins.
I will take T. Higgins.
Hollywood, DK.
I'll take Hollywood.
Hollywood, Christian Kirk.
I will take Hollywood.
And then one last one, Hollywood, Chris Godwin.
I will probably take Hollywood there.
Okay. All those guys are really close.
Really close.
The rest of the season rankings there. All right, let's go. Ethan, pick 2, full PPR. Dylan, Pollard, Hunt.
Who does Hunt play?
Plays the Patriots.
I'm going Dylan and Hunt.
I am going Dylan Hunt as well. I don't want to play any running backs versus the Eagles right now. So that's why I would go. Should I start Dobbins? I got Melvin Gordon, but I don't know if he'll play.
What's the conversation there? Is Melvin not?
Is Melvin not playing? Have we not heard something right now? I mean, I haven't heard anything of Melvin.
Out here. Let me find the latest because I haven't heard that he wasn't going to play. Questionable from Monday Night Football. Okay, maybe his neck injury is coming back up. Well, if he is questionable with that neck injury, I don't think you can take the chance and wait till Monday Night Football to find out if he is going to be available. I think you need to go Dobbins there.
Yeah, I don't mind starting Dobbins and playing the Giants as well. Could be a tough matchup, or it can be really sneaky, just depending on how our defense is
Yeah.
going to play. What's happening, Albert? How you doing? Should I consider starting Elijah Moore instead of Michael Williams full PPR? I'm worried about Williams Sertan matchup. No, you start Mike. You start Mike.
Don't overthink it.
What it do, babe? What's happening, Keelan? Rate my team.
With rate my teams. I mean, it's hard. I mean,
yeah.
Team looks good. Stafford, Dak, Tua on IR. So what is this? 2 quarterback or 1 quarterback? I'm not sure. Running backs are Eckler, Najee, Dameon Pierce, AJ Dillon. Wide receivers are DJ Moore. I mean, wide receiver looks like your weak spot with Godwin there, though. I think you have enough. Looks like a good team. I don't know if this is 10 or 12. I'm not sure, but it's a good team.
Yeah, it is.
Andrew's question says full PPR. I really think Alec Pierce is going to go off, but not sure if I can justify over some of my other options. Pick 3 flex. Ayuk, Ken Walker, Devin Duvernay, Michael Gallup, Alec Pierce. For me, Ken Walker is definitely someone you need to start.
I agree.
Then I would say it's pretty close between everyone else. My worry with Alec Pierce this week is I don't know that the Colts are going to be able to have very many deep ball attempts versus this defense. This defense has definitely been able to get pressure. I don't know. Where do you lean here? I think it's Ken Walker, Devin Duvernay if Bateman's out, and
I think Bateman's already
Alec
out.
Pierce.
I will go Ken Walker, Ayuk, and Pierce.
Okay.
I don't want to start Duvernay, and I don't want to start Michael Gallup against the Eagles.
Okay.
Duvernay, I can, and we said this last week, and it goes again this week. It's boom or bust. He can get you, he can get you that deep bomb, touchdown, or he can get you like 8 points. So that's my thought process. El Jefe.
I think without Bateman, though, he's got a much safer floor. I mean, last week without Bateman, he was the feature wide receiver. And I believe he had 7 targets, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 7 targets. So I think he's got a safer floor without Bateman.
Yeah. Jeff Wilson or Brees. I really like both, but I would start Jeff going against the Falcons this week, personally. But I think both of them are really good starts this week, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It is very close. It is very, very close between them. I'm not sure that this decision is gonna like win or lose your week. I would say Wilson has the better matchup, but overall, I think Brees Hall's upside is just
it's there.
Is higher. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Brees Hall there.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I traded Godwin for Aaron Rodgers. Quarterback was a need for me. Now I replace the spot with Gabe Davis. Now flex, do I start Duvernay, Gallup, Thielen, or James Robinson?
I think firstly, like in a 1 quarterback league, if that is a 1 quarterback league, the Godwin side wins pretty easily, if we're honest. If it's a super flex league, I think I understand, but wouldn't you agree? Like in a 1 quarterback league, if I have Aaron Rodgers, I'm happy to send him for Godwin.
In a 1 quarterback league, we're really happy to stream players. Stream quarterback specifically, Jared Goff obviously may be on a bye, but Jared Goff, all these guys that are, Jameis Winston that are probably on your waiver wires. I mean, Tua is in our waiver wires. Obviously, he was injured, but still, like players like that, I would have rather streamed, and then had
even Justin Fields had 20 points this week,
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's super flex, different conversation. Overall, he's asking now flex. Do I start Duvernay, Gallup, Thielen, or James Robinson? I'm going Thielen there if it's one option.
I am going Thielen as well. I heard this really cool stat that actually from the fantasy footballers from like their TikTok. I can't really think. Don't mark my words, but Thielen hasn't had 3 straight games without scoring a touchdown, and this is the time where he is able to score.
Let's see.
It sounds crazy, but like I mean, if they're right, I'll be very interesting. But I do like Thielen.
It could be interesting.
Flex Wilson, Etienne, Gallup, or Palmer.
What are you thinking?
I like Palmer.
Etienne
I like Palmer this week, but I also like Etienne. I think it's between those two, in my opinion. Etienne and Palmer.
Yeah.
The Jags
hard part here is that I do think Etienne has the lowest floor of these players. But I also think he has the highest ceiling. So I'm gonna go ETN there.
I'm gonna go
I would
Palmer.
I would say my second option would be Garrett Wilson. I think he has the second highest ceiling. I'm gonna go ETN, but it's close.
Yeah, I like Palmer this week. Cole, what should I start in flex? Alec Pierce, Raheem, Chris Olave if healthy, or Rondell Moore? I think if Chris Olave plays, I would play Chris Olave. But if not, I'm going to go.
For me, it's Raheem.
Yeah, I'm thinking Raheem as well. Because I mean, Teddy is going to be in question still. We think he might be game time decision, and Tua's already out. So
well, actually, Teddy's going to be active, but he's going to be the backup. Okay. Teddy cleared everything, but he's going to be the backup.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that's just what they've said.
Do I start James Robinson over Melvin Gordon since I have Etienne as my RB1? James Robinson. I mean, I feel like with the report that just came out, especially with Melvin Gordon being questionable on Monday night.
Unless you have Mike Boone or Latavius Murray as like a backup option, I don't think you can rely on it. I think the chances are that he probably plays, but do you want to head into Monday Night Football and find out that Melvin Gordon is inactive and you don't have a backup option for him? So I think it depends if you have a backup option or not.
Pick 3 non-PPR.
If you don't, you got to go James.
Yeah, I agree. Pick 3 non-PPR: Ken Walker, Dobbins, Eno, Etienne, Henderson. Give me Ken this week. Give me.
I will go Ken,
Dobbins,
Henderson. Oh dang, Dobbins is interesting as well.
Give me Walker, Dobbins, and I don't think I want Henderson.
Dang, really? I mean, he's gonna get all the work this week versus.
Yeah, I know.
You know that, like, there's no one else there competing with him.
Ken Dobbins, Henderson, Ken Dobbins, Etienne. I think Etienne doesn't get the work on the ground. That's a problem. Ken Dobbins, Henderson. I hear you. I was thinking Etienne, but it's non-PPR. Etienne doesn't get the work usually on the ground. Maybe he scores a touchdown this week or something. Maybe that can help him, but we'll see.
So I'm actually struggling between Dobbins and Eno here because Eno has an incredible matchup. There will be no James Conner. There will be no Darrell Williams. So that's where I'm struggling, and it's between Eno and Dobbins. And I think I lean Eno there. So I would go Eno, Ken, and Henderson, but it is close between Eno and Dobbins. The only reason I'm worried about Dobbins is because he was clearly the best running back last week, and they decided to keep using Mike Davis and freaking Kenyon Drake. Like, why? No one understood, and that just worries me. As someone who is starting Dobbins, I want it to go well, like, because I have to start him in a league, but it's confusing, and I just don't know why. But I think I'm going with the guaranteed workloads with those answers: Ken Walker, Henderson, and Eno.
That's fair. Colin, we appreciate you, brother. Full PPR, Melvin Gordon or J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, we've been talking about this one because
this as well. Yeah, I mean,
we have no idea if Melvin's gonna play or not, and unless you have Mike Boone on your bench as well, and you can wait and find out if Melvin's gonna be full go or not with his injury, then I don't think you can risk it and wait until Monday night. So Melvin has the much better matchup, probably the more guaranteed opportunities if he plays. The unfortunate part is unless you have Mike Boone or Latavius Murray, then you can't wait and see if he's going to be inactive. That could truly ruin your week.
It could.
So it's tough. Like, I mean, Melvin has an incredible matchup. He could put up 20 points legit this week, but just because I don't want to not know what's going to happen, then I'm going to go Melvin there.
Yeah.
Or sorry, J.K. Dobbins. I'm going to go J.K. Dobbins.
That's what I was going to say. So J.K., look, I think there should be a report coming out, and we say this every single week. Get on Twitter. We'll try to tweet out. You can follow us on Twitter. You can see our ads there, or Fantasyland Football. That should be in the link in the description below as well. We'll tweet out when we hear any information on Melvin. Usually on Monday night it said Melvin practice. He should be fine, for this day. So check that out. Soon. But if Melvin doesn't play or there's no reports coming out, you have to play the safe bet and starting J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, exactly. So, even if you get a expected to play, then that's good enough to wait on Melvin. But I don't know if you're gonna get that.
He says I have CD.
Thanks so much for the donation, by the way.
He has CD. I can flex if needed. Also Sutton. So if this is a flex play.
Well, I would play
those options. I would
both of those guys over.
I'll be playing both those guys as well.
Over JK. So I think Sutton, because CD's dealing with his own injury as well. We don't know what his status is going to be. He's questionable, and I think it came up later in the week as well. So I would be very open to uh, playing Sutton over Dobbins and Gordon.
That's fair.
So yeah.
Over there on Twitch, really fast, also on picking between Eno and Jeff Wilson. I think we would both say Jeff Wilson, but correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I agree. Although Eno's a great start this week.
All right. Over there with the Grubby Pilgrim over there on Twitch. We appreciate you over there. 10-man PPR pick 3. Olave, Benjamin, which I'm assuming Eno, Ken Walker, Pittman, James Robinson. Also been offered Swift for Olave and Robinson. The 3 is Pittman, Olave if he plays, and Ken Walker. Those are my 3.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Awesome. Hi, guys. Traded for Herbert, Aaron Jones, and Godwin for Najee, Miles Sanders, and Diggs. Full PPR. Traded. I'm assuming this is... Let us know if this is Khalil Herbert or Justin Herbert. Herbert,
I don't
Aaron
know.
Jones, and Godwin for Najee, Miles Sanders, and Diggs.
In a 1-quarterback league, give me the Diggs side for sure.
Yeah, I want the Diggs side.
If that's Herbert, either way. In a super flex league, I'll take the Herbert side, but in a 1-quarterback
Whichever
league,
Herbert it is, I think I'm happy with the other side.
Yeah, it depends. Like if it's super flex, I'll take it Herbert if that's Justin. But in a 1-quarterback league, I'm going the other side.
Traded my Jeff Wilson for his Ken Walker. Start 2. Eno, Ken, Etienne. I think you start Ken
and Eno. I love ETN, but Eno has such a clear opportunity this week versus a bad defense.
Yeah, I hear you with the Eno one. And let's see this. The Seahawks give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, most fantasy points to the running back position. Let's go Eno. Jason, we didn't answer that. Star said James Robinson or Ken? Going Ken.
Yeah.
Ken. Full PPR. Henderson, James Robinson, Devonta Smith, or DJ Moore. I'm assuming we have to pick one. I'm going Devonta Smith.
Yeah, this is close between Darryl and Devonta. Yeah, this is really close between Darryl and Devonta. Full PPR. I think Henderson's getting the work in the air and on the ground. I'm not going to be surprised if Henderson has like 20 opportunities in this game.
A lot of Etienne Walker questions today.
I'm going to go Henderson here, but it's close.
You starting Henderson over Devonta?
I am, yes.
Okay. PPR flex, start 2, Etienne Walker, Dubs, Ayuk, McKenzie. Going Walker, and I really like Dubs this week too, man. But the Jets are sneaky.
Yeah. This is a trap question for sure. Like, this is a trap question, as in I think we're going to get this one wrong because there's so many options that are within the same realm of outcomes. But I think Walker is there. Who did they play? The Jets?
Dubs plays the Jets, yes.
Which
Walker,
Sauce, I think Sauce will be on him.
I would assume Sauce would be on Lazard, but maybe Sauce could be on Dubs.
McKenzie's interesting as well. For me, it's close between between Dobbs and McKenzie.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Because McKenzie is going to be healthy. He's going to have that slot role on lockdown, and he's going to be playing versus the Chiefs. Dang.
I think I'm going to go Dubs. I'm going to go Dubs this week.
Walker and Dubs.
I like McKenzie as well. I mean, it can be a great start.
Feels like a trap question, but I'll go the same as well.
Happy PPR, start Dylan or Chris Olave.
Olave if he plays.
Olave if he plays. Bengals or Patriots defense. Bengals play the Saints. Patriots play the Browns. I'm going Patriots personally. That's I mean, from my point of view, that's the team I picked up. I know they play the Browns and Nick Chubb's been going off, but I don't know.
So
just believe it.
I lean towards the Saints, the Bengals here. Excuse me. The reason I say that is because the Patriots aren't at home. They haven't been an incredible defense away. They've been beatable, and also this Browns team at home specifically has been very successful through the air. I'm gonna go Bengals. I just feel like there's more playmakers, and in those matchups where there's not really a clear like bad team that they're facing, I'm going with like who has the most playmakers on their team. So
that's fair.
It's close.
Olave or Henderson PPR. I'm going Olave if he starts still.
Yeah, same.
Other leagues full PPR. Michael Carter or Tyler Boyd. I need one. Sorry. flex, Michael Carter or Tyler Boyd.
Uh,
If
is Higgins playing?
if T Higgins doesn't play, I think he's kind of more like a game time. It still hasn't been said if he's going to play or not. If T Higgins doesn't play, I'm starting Tyler Boyd over Michael Carter.
Sure.
I think starting T Higgins or Tyler Boyd over Michael Carter in that flex position. And then the running back, it says Henderson or Melvin. And we've been saying this, if Melvin does play, which we don't know, and it's Monday night, then you actually have time with this Rams game because it's afternoon. So hopefully a report comes out by that time. It's a second slate game, so hopefully by that time you can understand if Melvin's going to play or not. Yeah. But if Melvin plays,
I'm going to Henderson regardless on that one.
I think if Melvin plays, I'm playing Melvin.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to Henderson. Don't know what Latavius' workload's going to look like. If Melvin is going to play, is he going to be full at full strength?
For sure.
Boone looked good. Henderson is the only guy there, so I'll take him.
I think this is the first kicker question. Matt Gay or Brett Maher? Maher? I don't even know how to say his name.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go Brett, but
yeah,
it's close.
I'm going Brett as well.
He wants to jump in. Instead,
we'll
make a donation.
Thank you for the donation. Flex Godwin, Waddle, or London. I'm going Godwin. Okay. Godwin plays the Steelers, who give up crazy amount of points.
Godwin's the right answer there. Yeah.
To
the Steelers have given up a top 15 wide receiver in every single week.
Mm-hmm.
They are getting torched in their secondary, and I think
Tom
Brady, Evans, Godwin are on for a big day.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Thank you for the donation.
We appreciate you, man. How about losers? Okay, about losers shave their beard the next. Hey, I think we already have it set, but I said I hold too much identity in my beard, so I don't know if I could do that. Zach can definitely. He said he was down, but I'll be honest with you, I can't do that.
Jacoby or Etienne? I'm going Jacoby there.
Yeah, I like Jacoby.
Even though I do like Etienne, I just think there's better options.
Jacoby, it could be a good play this week. Most likely to score a touchdown or rush for 100 yards, CMC or Henderson.
CMC. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of Melvin Gordon, Chris Olave.
If he plays.
Exactly. Miles Sanders or Ken Walker. I'm going Ken. I like Miles though. Miles plays the Cowboys, a really good defense here. I said this, Miles is a buy opportunity because I do believe he may not have the best game this week. But if he does, then Eagles are pretty legit. So give me Ken Walker this week. Zach was trying to kill something.
Did you get it? In my room. Did
you get that?
No, I didn't.
You need to fly swatter. Wow.
It was Ken or Miles. Is that the question?
Ken or Miles, brother. Ken or Miles.
I think I'm going Miles just because there's part of me that worries a little bit about DJ Dallas's involvement. So I'll go Miles.
I hear you on that. Bengals. I think we already answered that question. Stashing Elijah Mitchell, absolutely. I have him in nearly all my leagues. He was my guy this year, unfortunately. With Ken Walker, Tyler Boyd, need one running back and one flex. I'm still going Ken and Eno. If Higgins doesn't, Higgins doesn't play though, are you still going Eno?
Either way, I'm going Ken and Eno. Yeah, these guys both could touch the ball 15 to 20 times a game. Tyler Boyd might have 3 receptions on 5 targets. Like, we just don't. Even in games where Chase or Higgins hasn't played, but Boyd's not been like matchup proof or anything. So
I hear you. It was just in the one quarterback leagues. Jason said.
Okay.
All right, start Packers or Patriots. I'm going Patriots. I don't know about Zach.
I'm going Packers there. I really like this matchup versus the Jets, even though the Jets have been playing well. And you still think with the amount of defensive talent on that team, they can force some turnovers. So
yeah, I don't know if Gaming just donated $1. We appreciate that. And if you donate $1 and meant to do a comment, I guess just put your comment down below. We'll still have to
thank you for the donation.
We appreciate you, Jason. Where do you guys value Henderson right now? Do you guys think the Rams are going to pick up another running back if Cam Akers goes away? We had this conversation in our supporter live stream, Patriots supporter live stream, and we were talking about it. CMC is obviously a big name there. You know, there's been a lot of reports saying that he could go. He's being shopped around, and I think there is an absolute opportunity for him to go to the Rams. And I said this, Cam Akers is done. As much as I was believing in him in offseason him to bounce back. I mean, what he's done with his opportunity is not there, and he's just done. He's done. I don't know.
Hands done. It's over. It's over. I mean, the Achilles still reigns supreme. But as far as Henderson, I think he's an incredible start this week. But I am very happy to sell him after this week, or even now if I get something that I would rather have. Henderson probably is a workload guy, but it would not surprise me at all if, like for example, I'm stashing Kyron Williams in a lot of leagues. He's on the IR, so if you have an IR spot, he's really intriguing to me. There were talks about Kyron Williams being involved week 1 before he got injured and playing a lot of the Cam Akers role. So Kyron Williams is really interesting to me. Could they trade for someone? Yeah. So again, I think. Oh wow, I just saw Devin Leary's out for the season. That's sad.
Oh really? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get to see what the injury was.
That sucks.
But Henderson, great start this week because of necessity. Very open to moving him. Though.
I think Gaming had a question. I saw him put it. It said Zeke, or I'm assuming that's Ken Walker. Sky. It says Sky Walker. I think
if it's Zeke, Sky Moore, or Ken Walker, we would go Ken Walker.
I wonder if that might be like his little nickname, like Ken Walker, like Skywalker. That's kind of cool if he did that.
That's pretty cool, yeah. I like that.
Didn't really think of that. But yeah, I'm going Walker there as well. Yeah. Pick 2, Henderson, MVS, Ayuk. I'm going Henderson, Ayuk. Ooh, MVS could be very intriguing this week, by the way.
It could be.
He could be.
I'm going Henderson and MVS because even Ayuk has like the clear role. He's just not. I don't know, man. He's just not getting targeted like we want him to, and I'm not sure that this offense is ever going to be pass happy.
Yeah.
There's a chance versus Atlanta this week that they dominate on the ground and Ayuk has 4 targets again, like he's had in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I feel you. Ravens or Broncos defense? I would go Ravens.
Who do the Ravens play?
The Giants.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that.
I would definitely go Ravens. CB, hey guys, I have Lamb with that late game on Sunday, and if he doesn't play, I have no replacement. I also have Higgins, but I don't really want to play him with an injury. Should I start Duvernay? If both of them don't play, you can start Duvernay. I think you have time. So if T. Higgins doesn't play, you start Duvernay in that replacement. And I don't know what to do in that other spot, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I would say, do we know when these games are? I'm assuming the Ravens is an early game.
Ravens and Bengals is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kickoff, where CeeDee Lamb obviously is Sunday Night Football. So you will have time to understand, to make a decision then.
You'll know on T. Higgins as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you'll know information before you need to make a decision, hopefully.
Exactly.
But I would start Devin Duvernay if either of those guys don't play.
Agreed.
And to be honest, if I don't have information, again, I can't wait to find out. So I would go Devin Duvernay as well over CD if I don't have information. But if I get even a message that says expected to play, then I'll go CD.
Yeah. Buddy, is it time to give up on Judy? I feel like Rondale Moore is a safer play this week. I'm personally not giving up on Judy. I think it's obviously a combination of a lot of things. I know we said even last week we should have saw a bigger game just based off of, Javonte Williams going down. And I think we will still see that. Let's remember this is a divisional game, and it's always been very disappointing with the Broncos. I'm personally still starting Jerry Jeudy over Rondale Moore. I can see how it feels like a safer bet, a safer opportunity. But last week, Jerry Jeudy had 8 targets. Might have been overthrown balls, might have been whatever the case may be. They're still throwing the ball and still trying to target Jerry Jeudy. So I'm happy to start Jerry this week.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because I don't know that it's going to kill or save your week. Sorry, this gnat is really annoying me. But I think Jeudy has the higher upside. So I would go Jeudy there. But Rondale Moore, we need to see more consistency with what we saw last week.
Yeah.
Maybe taking over the Greg Dortch role, but we haven't seen him get many targets past the line of scrimmage historically, and that was the case in week 4 as well. His first week back, playing a lot of the snaps. So Rondale is very intriguing to me, but I need to see it a little bit more. And I guess you could say the same about Jerry Jeudy, but I'm gonna lean Jerry there.
Yeah. Mr. B. Deion Jackson over Melvin Gordon Monday Night Football with his limited practices questionable tag. That is a very, very good question. Deion Jackson, he looked like the better back last week when Nyheim Hines came in. And I do feel like he could be the better, or he could be a really good fill-in play if Melvin doesn't play. But even if Melvin does play, you still have to start Melvin, in my opinion. I don't know about Zach.
I just don't think you're going to know that answer before you have to decide on Deion. So
and
I
that's
would
the
go
problem.
Deion. Yeah.
And that's the problem. And like we said, if we get a report before the Sunday slate games, before the first kickoff game, saying Melvin will play, start him with confidence. But yeah, it's going to be tough not.
By the way, I just got another tweet about Keenan Allen. He is unlikely to play. I think a lot of people assumed that already, but it's officially looking like he's not going to play.
It's not looking good for Keenan, man. This hamstring injury.
Older wide receivers and hamstrings, they don't mix.
It's not been good for him.
Not a good combo. Name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. You can pretty easily find one.
Running backs Achilles. Boom.
Running backs and their Achilles. Correct.
Tyler Conklin or Hurst. I'm going Hurst here if T. Higgins doesn't play, but Conklin we saw the tables turning with Zach Wilson last week. Dropped the goose.
An absolute goose egg. And now that we know that that's a possibility, I'm going to go.
It's not what you want.
First. Yeah.
Pick one flex. Dubs, Pollard, Judy, Pickens. Wow. I think it's really close between Judy and Pickens, and it sounds crazy.
Yeah, this is another trap question. So just so we're clear, we probably are going to give you the wrong answer with the amount of outcomes between all these different players. So we can only on the stream tell you guys what we would do. With the amount of confidence currently being given to Pickens by his quarterback, I just feel like that is the safest play for me. So I'm going to go George Pickens. There's a chance, like, if Judy has the week that Pickens has had in the past 2 weeks, we would be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Pickens there.
I think it's really close, but I'm still have to go with my guy. I'm starting him. I'm starting Jerry Judy, but Pickens is a great start this week as well. Okay. Ken Walker, Skywalker, Gerald Everett or Taysom Hill. Also flex Wilson, Pickens, or Dobbins. Okay, Everett or Taysom.
Taysom.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
Wait, is Jameis sitting? That's important.
No, Jameis. I think Jameis was not full participation, but it looks like he's trending towards playing.
He's questionable, right? I think that is actually really important whether Jameis plays or not. Because if Jameis doesn't play, I think Taysom's going to have even more. To be honest, how can you see what Taysom's done and not still include him in the game plan, though? I'm going Taysom. Yeah,
I'm going Taysom as well, but I think Gerald Everett could have a good game. Keenan Allen is out once again, but Taysom has an incredible ceiling.
Yeah, we just saw it.
Yeah, also flex. Pick one. I'm assuming Wilson, Pickens, Dobbins. I'm going Pickens.
Wilson, Pickens, Dobbins. Yeah, I'm going Pickens as well.
Deion Jackson or Raheem the Dream?
I'm going Mostert, baby. Love the matchup. I said on Wednesday it was probably a rest day. So if he plays, because he's been limited in practice, which is what I anticipated, then he's going to be a great play. So I'll go Mostert there.
Yeah, I think it's really close. I actually like Deion Jackson as well, but I am going Raheem. I think, with Teddy being the backup, and they're going to run the ball a lot this week. So let's see. Joe Everett or Kyle Pitts. Been a rough year for tight ends. See, this is where it comes to the point where I would say Joe Everett, just purely based off of what's been happening and everything. Kyle Pitts playing the San Francisco 49ers, which is a really, really tough defense. Give me Everett.
I think the tough thing with Everett is even in smash matchups, he's failed. Last week versus Cleveland, 1.2 points. Jacksonville in week 3, 4.5 points. Definitely hit in week 4 versus Houston. It's tough, man. This is really tough. I honestly don't know what to tell you here. I truly, if I had Everett on my team and Kyle Pitts, I don't know what I would do. However, I feel like San Francisco is going to be able to score. I'm not sure that, and even with their rush defense, I'm not sure that Atlanta is going to be able to just run like they want to typically. Man, this is tough. This is really tough. I don't think that Denver's a good matchup for tight ends either. So I don't think we could say
No,
that either way.
no, I don't. No, the tight end matchup for Denver is not the best. But
Yeah.
I think they're middle of the pack right now, if I'm not mistaken, for the tight end
Yeah.
position. But I'm happy.
This is close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Everett, but it is close.
Trade Mixon and Olave for JT. I'm happy to keep Mixon and Olave, but it all depends on your team and your construction there. Like, what do you need? You know, do you need Olave? Do you need an extra person there, Kevin? Let us know.
Like in a standard 12-man league, or 12 or 14-man league, you can't get rid of both of those players. They're both startable assets. Walker or Stevenson, that's a good one. I'm going Stevenson.
I'm going Stevenson as well there. Dubs or Henderson?
I'm going Henderson.
Yeah, that's a close one. It's not that I don't like Henderson. I don't think they will result in running the ball. I think that's my problem. Like, I know
Really?
this
versus the Panthers.
Panthers are pretty decent. I'm not saying they're amazing, but they've had pretty good opportunities. I mean, they do give up a lot of points to the running. Like, they give a top 10
prime matchup. I don't know.
They have Brian Burns. He's been helping, and it's about the long runs. Like, they keep him in between, but they give up the chunk yard, like that big 60-yard play run. That's why I think it's a little bit deceiving.
Well, last week Jeff Wilson had over 20 points, and I believe also his teammate Tevin Coleman had around the same number. He had 21.7 points. Most of their output actually came through the running backs last week. I think Carolina is very beatable on the ground. I think purely from a volume perspective, I don't know who's taking touches away from Henderson there. Maybe Malcolm Brown. So don't worry about the matchup for me. Volume's going to be there. In the Sean McVay offense, I don't know. It's not been great, but I think that Henderson's going to have enough touches to consider him a safer start. I think his floor is much safer.
I definitely see it. I don't know. I just have a feeling, and also, like, every time when you have a head coach that's fired and things turn around and something happens. I'm not saying that they can win this game. I'm saying it's not going to be as easy as what we expected in the past couple weeks. But Henderson does feel like the safer play, in my opinion. But Dubs is really, really close for me there, Gavin.
Yeah.
Swift or JT?
I'm still going JT rest of the season.
Yeah, that's close. It is close. I think Swift could finish higher than JT this year.
I agree.
It's JT. I mean, he's the one-on-one right now. Let's not keep it simple stupid.
He wants to jump in.
Jerry, how
You're
do
not stupid, Chris, by the way. That's just something to say.
No, from us. How do you feel about Mostert planning to start him over T? If T doesn't play, you start Mostert. If T does play,
it's a good backup option.
Yeah, if T does play, you have to start him. Frank, we appreciate the super chat. Starting Olave this Sunday, if he plays, we have to.
Yeah, I agree. If he plays, Olave is a great start. He's the clear, I don't even worry about Michael Thomas coming back or Jarvis Landry. He's just the clear guy.
He is.
It's going to be a difficult matchup versus the Bengals, but if he plays, he's going to be a crucial part no matter who's at quarterback. Most air yards throughout the first, 5 weeks of the season. He is that downfield threat, able to get open on most plays. Very good route runner. So if he's available, I think you can play Chris Olave. I personally do not think he will be available.
Chris Olave?
Yeah, I know he's gone through all the steps of the protocol, but right now, from a PR perspective, if you put Olave out there this week and he gets another concussion, the Saints are in the same spot that the Dolphins were with Tua. Right. And I think a lot of people are making decisions not based on only health right now with these concussions.
And this is exactly what's gonna... We might see that as a trend later on. Like, when you have a concussion, it could be 2 weeks instead of, just missing that game.
If your player gets a concussion, you can already pretty much rule him out for the next week, which wasn't always the case.
Yeah, it wasn't always the case.
It's like, all right, I know he's gone for a week. That's how I view it. But Olave could break the trend. I mean, he's probably the closest person that he's been the closest to breaking the trend. So if he has gone through every single step and he's still going to be inactive, then for sure going forward, concussion, my player's out next week. I think he's not going to play, even though I think he's ready. If he plays, you play him. Thank you for the super chat, brother.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mr. B. Assuming we get word on Higgins is playing, Higgins or Judy. If Higgins, I think this is really close as well, but if Higgins plays, it is Higgins. But if a report does come out saying obviously Higgins could be limited or whatever the case may be because of his knee, then I think you have to start Judy. Yeah. And you have those other options, 3 wide receivers and a flex league kick. Drop dubs for Bateman. No.
No, but Bateman should be rostered.
Yeah, we will definitely roster him. Johnny Lazard or Kirk PPR. I have James Robinson at running back.
Kirk for me.
Yeah. It is Kirk.
Last time out versus Indy, put up 2 tutties.
Yeah, so
not to say that that's gonna happen again. It's still good defense, but last time out versus Indianapolis, he had 6 catches for 78 yards and 2 tuds. I think he's gonna be back in the slot, so I'm gonna go Kirk.
I'm gonna go Kirk. 110. Does her
John says Jameis is out. We haven't heard any confirmation on that personally, but
according to all the reports we were reading, he still says questionable. We'll see. Solid at wide receiver, running back people are format trying to strengthen my bench. Dobbins or Pierce rest of season. Another really close one. I am going to go
Dobbins or Pierce, as in Damien.
Yeah, I'm going Damien as well. I think it's close though. I like Dobbins personally, at least in my opinion.
I like Dobbins too. I still think Dobbins is a more talented running back long term, but at the same time, like Pierce is getting 25 opportunities a game. Is what it feels like. So I'm gonna go Pierce for sure.
That what?
Oh, I think the Mariners just won it. Nope, it's still at the bottom. If you guys don't know, not even baseball guys, but we're watching it. Playoffs are on right now, and it's the bottom of the 13th, 0-0 Houston versus Seattle.
I'm trying to freaking watch the Yankees game already, bro. Like, I don't even care about it. I just want to watch the Yankees game because it was going to go to that one. And
all right, what's
anyways, Tevin Coleman's status, I may need him. Would be happy with 10 points. Yeah, I mean, if you need him, we wouldn't start him. There's definitely other options. Deion Jackson might be on your waiver wires. Maybe pick him up, start him. Whatever the case may be. Maybe Mike Boom if Melvin doesn't play. We will start those guys over Tevin Coleman. Yeah,
exactly. I think there's a higher chance. Like, okay, so he had 2 touchdowns last week on 11 touches. The higher probability this week is 11 touches and no touchdowns, and 6 points. So Tevin's not someone I'm super confident in a start this week, but he's not a bad option either. If you're desperate. So let's see. We have no idea if he's going to play or not.
Yeah, Tino Landry, right? Eno or Ertz for my flex? I'm going Ertz.
Who do they play?
They play the Seahawks.
Yeah, right. I'm going Eno here.
Eno? No worries.
I think Ertz's ceiling is, I think, what it's always been every week, which is like 10 to 15 points. I think Eno Benjamin truly has a 20-point ceiling this week.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm 1-4. Who do I start in my flex? Because I have
and
JT
also, sorry,
out.
just quickly.
Eno
might be the best running back in that backfield anyway. So I know a lot of people just are like, oh, it's Eno. It's a backup running back. I don't think Eno is worse than James Conner or Darrell Williams. Like he could be the best running back in their backfield anyway. We could see that this week.
Yeah. Deontay, I'm assuming that's Deontay Johnson. Deion Jackson or Garrett Wilson. I'm starting Deontay, personally.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Jason Hill sleeper. Yeah, thanks for doing the streams.
Nice.
No worries. Back in 82. If you need a winner right now, who would you trade for JT? Oh man, there's so many options. But someone like maybe you can't do it.
If you need a win right now, so you're trying to trade him away. Do you think you could do? You could probably do Chubb.
That's what I'm saying. Name value with JT. I'm doing Chubb, Saquon, those top guys. Austin Eckler, if you probably can. Just on name value sake, I think you can go for any of those top running backs if you want to swap. Do like a swap.
To be clear, though, I do prefer JT over Chubb rest of season. But if you need a win this week, then Chubb is going to get you at least 15 points.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm going Chubb rest of season. I like Chubb rest of season. Yeah, just feels a lot more confident. Just wrong about that. Early.
Instead, he'll just make a donation.
I appreciate you for the super chat. Half PPR. Singletary or Deion Jackson. Wow, that's a great question as well.
It is a good question. I think Singletary.
Yeah, I think Singletary as well. But it's closer than you think.
It is closer than people think, and I think the reason I lean Singletary is basically matchup based. I mean, your we could see 40 points from each team this week. I mean, it could also be disappointing, and it's a low-scoring game. Like it's one of those hype games where it could go either way. But
What's it?
I think regardless, there's going to be hopefully enough points to go around for Singletary. So I'm gonna go Devin Singletary there.
What did Singletary do last year
versus the Chiefs?
I know
in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, if you can pull that up, that would be fantastic. Just out of curiosity. But yes, it would be Singletary. I don't think he did anything crazy because I know that was a shootout game and that went into overtime. But I doubt Singletary did anything. Sully, thanks all for what you do. Keep up the great work. We appreciate you guys always coming in and supporting us.
This is that game. Let's see. Yeah. So Devin Singletary had 10 carries for 26 yards and a touchdown, on the ground.
Okay.
So, yeah, safe floor, right? I mean, you would even if he only put up that this week, I think you would take that with a couple receptions.
100%.
Over the unknowns of a Deion Jackson. So.
Does
Good question though.
Yeah,
Thanks
good
for
question.
For the donation.
Go start. Does Lamb play? I think he does personally. But I mean, we actually just don't know. It's just once again game time decision. Turn your notifications. We'll try to tweet that out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Frankie says start Olave this week. Yes. Bellinger or Tanyan full PPR. Wow. Daniel Bellinger getting some recognition. Talk it up. I mean, I actually had to look this up because I don't think Tanyan has really been much.
He's actually been okay. He's had a touchdown in week
4. It looks like
they faced the Jets. This is really a shot in the dark. I don't know.
The thing is, Bellinger doesn't necessarily get work, but he has scored.
Both have scored a touchdown.
Yeah, they both have scored a touchdown.
It's the same thing. I'm going Tunyon just because that's probably
the better
quarterback to be attached to.
I will go Tunyon as well. I think there's
I have
a
no idea
conversation.
what's gonna happen.
I think Bellinger could be a good guy just because the Giants are playing the Ravens and we need to throw the ball. That's all I have to say. We need to throw the ball. I mean, we can't rely on Saquon the whole time. John Panther might do well. Yeah, you see, no idea with the new coach. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see what happens.
Sure. I don't disagree, but again, I don't think anyone's taking touches away from Henderson, and I trust that offense enough to give me at least 10 to 15 points from Henderson this week.
Yeah, Tunchi, I'm 1-4. What should I do? My team: Russ, Golf, Mixon, Hall, Pierce, Kamara, Pitts, Bateman, Dodson, Corey Davis, A-Rob, Conklin, Knox. I mean, your team looks really good right now. Is this a 10-man league? 12-man league? I think it all depends. But it's really hard to kind of tell you what to do because we don't know. It's just
these kind of question guys are not ones that we can really sit down for 10 minutes and answer on a live stream. We do our best to help people over on our Patreon and kind of go in depth with their teams, but kind of need more direct questions here on this live stream.
Yeah.
Just because we get so many questions. So yeah. What was the next question here?
It says choose 2: Harris, Travis Etienne, J. Rob. I'm assuming James Robinson and Rondell Moore. Harris as in Najee Harris or Damian?
Yeah, I think so.
I
think that's Najee.
I don't think Damian Harris
this is tough. I'm going Travis Etienne and Rondell Moore. Full PPR.
Yeah. I'm still rocking with James Robinson.
Okay.
I'll actually start Travis and James Robinson personally. I could be wrong. Limits your upside, but
I think it does limit your upside. You have to hope that the Jags have a big game. I think Rondell Moore though just feels like a safer play. That's why I'm going Travis and Rondell.
Yeah,
it's a hard question. It feels like a trap.
Thank you, James, for subscribing. Eno, Kirk, or Olave if Lamb doesn't play. I think it'll be Kirk, Olave for me, and then Eno.
Kirk, or Olave if Lamb doesn't play.
Kirk and then Olave for me.
Yeah, agreed.
Waddle or Olave if he plays. I'm going Waddle. Waddle's tough. If Olave plays, I'm starting Olave over Waddle with Skylar Thompson. I'll tell you that right now. 100%. Need a flexible PR. Josh Palmer, Ayuk, Melvin.
You gotta remember to change these to subscriber only. I just did it just then, but
all right.
Let's remember.
Right. I need to really remember that. Need a flex once again. Oh, I think he just stole second. Sorry.
Yeah, he did steal second.
Need a flex, full PPR, Josh Palmer, Ayuk, Melvin, Tevin Coleman. If Melvin plays, Melvin and Josh Palmer, you would definitely know. If Melvin doesn't play, if Melvin plays, you start Melvin. If not, you start Josh Palmer. I think that's how I see it.
Yep.
Gallup, Pickens, NVS. I'm going Pickens.
Same.
Gabe Davis or Lockett.
Lockett's not playing, I don't think.
Yeah.
Is he? Did we
I
get any update
think
on
it's
him?
questionable still. But if Lockett
Cleared to play. Okay, so he is going to play.
Okay, play Lockett. Actually, Gabe Davis though. I'm going Gabe Davis. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was Pickens or Lockett. Is it Gabe Davis and Lockett?
No, it's Gabe Davis or Lockett.
Okay, Gabe Davis then, yeah.
Gabe has a crazy ceiling this week, or should have a crazy ceiling with Kansas City. McKenzie, Dubs, or Pickens and flex. I'm assuming you have to pick one. I'm going Pickens.
McKenzie, Dubs, or Pickens. Ow, my heart just hurt.
I think all this is close, really close. I think it's between Pickens and McKenzie for me now.
Same, exactly. I'm
going-
just trying to think out this matchup. I'm going Pickens, but it is close.
Gosh, just line drive. It's out. Now we're going to the 14th inning. I'm going Pickens. I don't know. Let's see what Zach says. Sorry.
I already said. I already answered
Okay.
Pickens.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
No, it's fine.
Yo guys, sit one. Mostert, Ken Walker, Eno. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Sit one? Is that the question?
You have to sit one.
Mostert, Kinwalker, Eno. You sit Mostert, in my opinion. I love Eno. Like I said, I don't think Eno is a worse running back than James Conner or Darrell Williams. I just think people don't know about him. So I'm gonna go Eno there and Ken Walker. Both have great opportunities. They face each other. Mostert is also, has a really good matchup, but I'm gonna go Eno and Ken.
I'm gonna go Mostert. Yeah, I'm gonna go Mostert Ken. Going Mostert Ken here. Keenan got off for CMC, Kirk, DJ Moore, Elijah Moore, and Monroe for Diggs, Mike Williams, Pollard, Etienne, and Ken Walker have JT as my other running back. Should I consider the trade? Is this CMC, Kirk, DJ Moore, Elijah Moore, and St. Brown for Diggs, Mike Williams, Pollard, Eden, Walker? You have JT.
The big one.
I don't want
CMC,
DJ Moore.
Kirk, DJ Moore, Elijah Moore, Monroe, Diggs.
I'm
Mike
taking the
Williams,
Diggs
Pollard,
side.
Ken Walker. Yeah, I am as well.
I'm taking the
I am
Diggs
as
side.
well. That was a lot for me to process.
Yeah, sorry. Trade Kittle and Mike Evans for James Robinson and Andrews. Kittle and Mike Evans for James Robinson and Andrews. I'm going James Robinson and Andrews. I just don't trust Kittle.
Yeah, I agree. I think it just depends on team need, but I agree. Andrews is the best player of anyone listed, so I'll take him.
Dawson Knox or Irv Smith. If Knox plays, I'm starting Knox, which right now I think he's questionable right now to play.
I agree. If not, Irv's a fine start.
Who do you start off? Etienne, London, or Henderson?
I'm going Henderson.
Who does London play again? 49ers?
They play the 49ers, yeah.
I'm actually going Etienne. I'm going Etienne. Papa Lenny is the GOAT, so I got Justin Herbert, James Robinson, because my RB2 went down. Stephon Diggs, and someone legit took my bench for Hopkins. Okay, sure. Is that a question? I just got Herbert, James Robinson. No, that's not a question. Someone legit.
Oh, it's a good deal for you.
Yeah, it is. I was just reading. I'm just trying to understand if it was a question, but drop Algier or Rashad White for Eno. I'll drop Algier for Eno.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Flex. Oh, here we go. Flex spot this week. Devonta Smith or Etienne. I'm going Devonta Smith.
I agree.
Hey guys, a guy offered me Waller and Adam Thielen for Brian Robinson. It's Dynasty 1.5 tight end premium. I already have Kelsey, Andrews, and could start all three of them if I got Waller.
I think this just depends on what side of the Brian Robinson train you are. For me, I have consistently been on the side of I just don't think he's all that talented of a running back. I think he's very replaceable. I know he got the touchdown this week, but to me, Gibson was the better looking running back. Now, is Gibson going to be used over Brian Robinson? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I think long-term in Dynasty, I bet on talents that I like. So I'm happy to do this trade. But if you already have those players, it's just like I think in a vacuum, Waller and Thielen are more valuable. But
I
I would
agree.
also be willing to move those pieces, considering you already have enough pieces at that position. But yeah, so that's a tough one.
Can you get a first Waller right now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe in a 1.5 tight end premium league, you could.
And I think
If you could sell Waller and Thielen for a first, yeah, I think I just don't think Brian Robinson, like, he could have a good year, and I'm still not into him. I just don't. I don't know.
yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. I'm keeping the Waller Adam Thielen side. I agree with you. If Higbee does not play, do we pick up Irv Smith, Dalton Schultz, or Evan Ingram?
Ingram for me.
Ingram. I agree. Evan Ingram is crazy. DJ Moore gonna go off this week. I hope so. Let's see what happens. Should I trade Joe Mixon for Jonathan
Maybe.
Taylor and next week?
Yes. Give me JT.
Yeah, I think I'm on the side where like I see how JT. I just don't. Yeah, JT. It has to be JT. Maybe I'm just overthinking it because
I
he's
think
been injured.
I think it is a lot of recency bias with JT, like, and of people just not having him out of sight, out of mind. But I shared on a buy low. Like, this is a perfect example of a buy low, being able to get Mixon for JT, or sorry, JT for Mixon.
So, yeah.
He has a higher snap percentage than his RB1 season. He has a higher total carries per game, touches per game. He is the offense, and he will be the offense when they come back as well.
That's fair. PPR, should I give up Damian Pierce and Pollard for Devonta? If you need a wide receiver, sure, I'm happy to do that. If you need the wide receiver and you have a good running back depth, Nate, I would potentially do that.
I'm okay with it, but I feel like Pierce is like on track with Devontae Adams' value right now. So I don't think you should also give Pollard. I think Pierce and Devontae Adams are just as valuable right now in fantasy, considering the running back landscape with injuries.
Yeah.
Big BS says Devonta Smith or D Jackson.
Devonta
Smith. Yep.
Should I put James Robinson or Devin Singletary? I'm going James Robinson.
I'm going Singletary there.
Dubs or Pickens. I think we said Pickens. Or
Yeah.
rest of the season. This is rest of the season. I'm going Pickens rest of the season.
Yeah.
Didn't realize I was subscribed to many channels. Thanks for helping out. No worries, CB. We appreciate you. Dobbs versus Giants or Rondo is the Seahawks in standard. Looks like Higgins might be out.
Standard is interesting. I'll go Dobbins.
Yeah,
in standard.
I'm going bobbing like I'm Dobbins. Knox versus the Chiefs or Hayden Hurst versus the Saints standard. If Higgins doesn't play, I'm going Hayden Hurst. But if Higgins does play, I'm going Knox.
I'm going Hayden regardless, personally.
Who should I start in the flex? Alec Pierce, Garrett Wilson, or Rondell Moore? I am going. What does Wilson play again? The Packers.
Going Rondell there. I think he has the safest floor.
Really? I was looking at more Alec Pierce and Garrett Wilson. I actually really.
The only reason Alec Pierce worries me this week is because the amount of pressure that the Jags are able to get. Their defensive line is no joke, and Michael Pittman is more used in the short
grand
game.
scheme of things. Yeah.
I think Alec Pierce is more of a deep threat, and I'm not sure how many deep opportunities he's going to get versus that team. So I think Rondell seems safer. So
I hear you. I think I might go Garrett Wilson here.
Okay.
Well, I'm going Garrett Wilson. Lincoln, I was getting Waller. I think I pulled the trigger and shop around and see. Or you were getting Waller, and see what I can flip for him.
We're happy for you to do that if you think you can flip him.
Agreed. Sorry, let me just. If you want to go to the next question, Ellen is just messaging me. Sorry about that.
Eternal Tots. Tater Tots. What should I do?
It's loading here. Yeah, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We are back.
Sorry, my response was just thank you for your comment, Eternal Thoughts. But these kind of questions we're not able to answer on a live stream. We do help people over on our Patreon kind of with more in-depth questions about their team. But we can't do that here with this many questions that we're answering on a constantly. Space Ghost says my wide receivers are St. Brown, Waddle, Deontay Johnson, McLaurin. I also have D-Hop. Should I shop him? I would be shopping Deontay and McLaurin, and I would try and keep the core of Brown, Waddle, and D-Hop.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. What do you guys see from Alec Pierce? Thoughts on Bellinger as a stash in Dynasty? I'll start with Bellinger. For me, Bellinger was a guy I was saying you guys should stash all along. If you see it from the Brian Dable perspective and how he came from Buffalo and what he did with Dawson Knox, I think it's the same upbringing. I think that would be the same upbringing for Daniel Bellinger. Is he a talented guy? No, he's a 4th-round guy. Dawson Knox, a 3rd-round guy. It was the exact same thing. I think that's exactly what's going to happen, in my opinion. So I like Bellinger as a stash in Dynasty. And Alec Pierce, I think we both loved him. Strongest hands in that class.
Yeah,
So,
Pierce is one of those guys that I was higher on than I think everyone coming into this season. He was my 201 in rookie drafts when most people had him at the end of the 2nd round. We made a video on our Dynasty channel last week, and before his breakout game, I was telling people to trade for him. I've pasted that video in the chat if you want to go watch it, and that will give you more information on why I like Alec Pierce.
yeah.
Space Ghost says my RB and tight end are good, especially when JT is back. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy says stash Dallas defense or on bench or just drop for Jags. I don't think you can drop this Dallas defense.
No.
They create so many turnovers and sacks.
Yeah, I picked them up in one of our big money leagues. Someone dropped him. I snatched them up quick.
I think I'm just starting them if I need to. Like, I have also the Eagles, and I'm just starting them this week because I'm like, all right, there's not a better, like, this is just a very good defense with playmakers on it. That's how I feel about both the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ramondre or Mixon rest of season. I'm going Mixon.
I'm going Mixon as well. Sorry, we got a couple questions here. Do you think Dalton will be good at tight end once Dak's back? Did you answer that question? No, right?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to double check. He definitely could be. It just hasn't. I think I just moved on from him now. I think I've either picked up tight end off waiver wires or maybe made a trade for a tight end. If I had Dalton Schultz, like he's unreliable right now. I actually don't know what to do with him, but I don't think you can rely on him. Can he get better when Dak gets back? Potentially. But also, let's remember Dak could struggle when he comes back as well. We saw what happened with Russell Wilson when he did that thing with his finger. It took him a couple games, 2-3 games into it to really get acclimated and throwing the ball again. And I know he's been throwing the ball now, and it's early, but so was Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So
I think that's all very good information. And overall, I am just a complete neutral on Dalton Schultz. I don't want to sell him though. I don't want to buy him at all. So
yeah, I hear you. Because he's the one who rises pick up Dak. Yeah, if you pick him up, stash him, see what happens. But I'm not spending crazy fab with him or anything. Nathan, how you doing? How you fellas doing? Who do we have faith in coming out as an RB2 this week? Singletary, Melvin, Kareem Hunt, or James Robinson?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I think if I have to choose one, I would say Kareem Hunt. Singletary, again, like these are all players that you can start. I don't know. Let me know if you guys can hear this dog outside my window. It's annoying, but I don't know if you guys can hear it. But I would go Kareem Hunt there just because I think he's going to get the most usage out of all these guys. The issue with Melvin is we don't know if he's going to play. So Melvin would be my answer if we knew he was going to play.
Yeah, that is the problem. If Melvin plays, it'll be Melvin. I think for me, if it's not Melvin, it's actually James Robinson. The guy I still believe in. I see all the usage and back and forth with Etienne, but I like what he's been doing still so far. So give me that. Space was a good target. Kirk possibly, or Deontay Johnson as Gary Terry. For Deontay
we would
Johnson.
take Kirk over both of those players.
Agreed. Just want to say thank you guys. Just trying to set up a payment for Super Chat for the next live stream. All love, buddy. We appreciate you coming through. We appreciate everyone subscribing as well, coming through, answering all your fancy questions. Appreciate each and every one of you. Alex, Keenan Allen, or Godwin rest of the season. I think we'll both say Chris Godwin. Keenan Allen has been dealing with that hamstring injury. It's been tough for him.
It's heavy on the Godwin side too.
Ronnie, what's good, fellas? Who would you drop?
Is that Hawkinson?
T-Hawk for Darrell Henderson. I'm keeping TJ Hawkinson. Surely there's somebody else you can drop for Darrell Henderson.
I guess the better question is who's your other tight end? And do you desperately need a win or not? But yeah, there should be someone else you can drop to get Henderson. Joe says, who do I start this week? 14-man PPR, Hunt, Mostert, Dion, Jackson, and Pollard. Who do I start this week? You only have one option here. If you only have one option here, I'm going, I think, Mostert.
Yeah.
I really like his matchup.
I'm going
Even though
Mostert.
I've talked about Hunt before as a good option, but I like Mostert's matchup better.
Ronnie said he has Goddard. I mean, I think there's still somebody else you can drop over TJ Hawkinson for Darrell Henderson. You know, I mean, I don't know who's on your. If you need a running back this week and need to do that, I mean, I don't know. There has to be somebody better, man. I wouldn't be doing that personally, or trying to sell somebody, one of these tight ends.
You can try and sell Hawkinson
before the games.
Do a 2-for-1 on your team and upgrade at a different position. Definitely an option.
Just make sure we didn't abandon Twitch. Now Twitch is still good. Yeah, guys, we'll give another couple minutes for your questions. If not, we'll probably call it here. Still bottom of the 14th here. 2 outs. Astros, Mariners, and it's yeah, 2 outs here. Right on, fellas. Thanks, no worries. ETN or James Robinson, PPR. This is tough because, you know, Zach has really sold me on ETN, especially with that buy sell video with all the usage and everything. And I like ETN. I think he is continued to get work, but I think James Robinson is not going to be forgotten still. I think he will still get work. I think the PPR standpoint, the fact that ETN can catch the balls out of the backfield more often than James Robinson, I'm going ETN, but I still really like James Robinson.
Definitely would be worth people's time if they're curious about ETN to watch our trade for trade away video where I go into depth on that. But
yeah,
overall, the only 2 games really where James Robinson has dominated snap percentages, carries, was 2 games that they were in blowouts. And you know, it kind of makes sense when you put those pieces together. When they blew out the Colts, shut them out, and they blew out the Chargers, which I don't think any of us anticipated. Outside of those 2 games, ETN's actually had more opportunities and been on the field more often. So I think I'm going ETN rest of season, especially in a PPR format.
Man, what do you expect out of Hall? I mean, just in general, oh my gosh, what a catch there. But he's still safe. I'm sorry, this is a crazy game.
Bottom of the 14th.
Bottom of the 14th. Astros, Mariners.
Hall's one of those guys coming into the year that I thought was a really, really good value. Into the 4th round, I have him in a lot of redraft leagues. And he's kind of just emerged. Like, the talent has beaten out the situation. Rest of season, I fully anticipate a top 12 finish.
Yeah, I like Hall this year. I mean, he's been doing great. Crazy past couple games. Let's see how it continues. He also says CD or Chris Olave. If you're asking for this week, who's going to play, we don't know. If we had to start one over another, I'm going CD. It's a tough matchup.
I'm going Olave, man.
It's a tough matchup, but I think I'm still going CD.
Yeah, both are in pretty tough matchups. I would argue that Olave's injury probably impacts him less than CD's with his hip.
Right.
It's tough. I don't know the answer, but I would do Olave myself.
What kind of value does Deshaun Watson have when he comes back top 12? I mean,
yeah,
that's the hope. That's the expectations. And especially with all these new stuff coming out, let's see if he even gets on the field. But at the moment, he's coming back and scheduled for week 12 or week 13. And let's see if they can continue to manage to win games and he comes back and they can go to the playoffs. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. JB is in New York. I don't know if you saw the text. He was like, I've just eaten the greatest pizza on planet Earth. Alex, would you trade Mostert, DK, London, and Kittle for Aaron Jones, Godwin, and Waller? Would you trade Mostert, DK, London, and Kittle for Aaron Jones, Godwin, and Waller? If you can take, I would do this personally. If I was able to keep my tight ends, I'm
taking the Mostert side of this deal
because I think that's what really pushes me over to where, like, I don't want the tight ends. I don't want to swap tight ends. I know Kittle has been there. He's been healthy. Yeah, he was dealing with injury early. Waller's been dealing with injury. I think Aaron Jones and Chris Godwin just really surpassed Mostert and London right now. DK has been up there, but
it's a tough one.
It is a tough one. Take out the tight end, and I will definitely do this trade. With the tight ends in, I don't think I want to do that trade.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to this one, but personally,
I really want Aaron Jones over Godwin. Aaron Jones and Godwin over Mostert.
Yeah, you know,
London.
I think you're right there with Aaron Jones.
I love DK, and DK's been balling. But, yeah.
DK's been almost better this year.
Yeah, I was definitely wrong about DK and those guys. Any last minute questions, guys? If not, we're going to call it here. You let us know. Bottom of the 14, 2 outs. Ooh. He hit it. I said ooh because it hit like his leg or like the bottom of his shoe or something, like his shin guard potentially. No worries, Doc. Yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you subscribe. You like the video. We go live each and every week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on every single Saturday. We go live for every Thursday night game and every Monday night game. So we will definitely see you for the Chargers and Broncos. Hopefully Russ is gonna cook finally. He has to, but we appreciate each and every one of you, and yeah, that's it. College football is popping off. Hendon Hooker. Hopefully no spoilers alert, but go check out that Alabama and Tennessee game. Crazy. But yeah, appreciate each and every one. Any last words?
Akuna Matata. What a wonderful day.
It means no worries, actually, for the rest of your days. All right, guys.
That's right.
Strike, it's out. Here comes the Astros on the 15th inning. Yankees 2-2, by the way.
I think the fans probably just want to go home at this point.
I know.
Can someone
How
win
intense
this game?
is this? Every single swing is intense.
Yeah.
Why y'all wait this long, man?
Brady Hill, we appreciate you. We're about to end the stream here. If you have a question, throw it in the chat. If not, we're gonna call it. We appreciate each and
Brady, if you got a last minute question, pop it in, boy. That sounds so weird.
Yeah.
We're about to end the stream here, so
yeah, we don't want to leave and you just subscribe. Give it 12:15 until 12:15 our time.
You ever been this place? Paulie G's Slice Shop
in Brooklyn? We're in Brooklyn though. Let's see.
Franklin Street.
Yeah, but we're in Brooklyn. Let's see. He's in Williamsburg. No, he's in Greenpoint. Oh, you're pretty close to my grandma's house, bro. You pretty go to my grandma's house there. No, I haven't been there.
Anyway, I think that's it.
All love y'all. We appreciate you. Good luck in week 6. Stay tuned for all the videos, waiver wise.
We got Brady's question.
And Brady's
Trade
here.
Aaron Jones and AJ Brown for Amon-Ra and Breece Hall. Half
At
PPR.
Ooh.
Give me the Amon-Ra and Breece.
Yeah,
Hall
Amon-Ra and Breece. This is really good trade. I like Amon-Ra rest of the season, and Breece has been balling out half PPR. So yeah, we'll definitely do that, Brady. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. And once again, Brady, we go live 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday. We go live for every Thursday night game and Monday night game. And yeah, should I do my Breece Hall for AJ Brown, Deontay Johnson, and Klein? Should I do my Breece Hall? If you're getting AJ Brown, Deontay Johnson, and Clyde, I would do that if you got the running back depth. If you're doing a 3-for-1 right now, that's what it sounds like, pro.
I think for me, it really depends on, like, are you gonna? Okay, I'll be honest. I don't want any Deontay, but I've been that way this entire year, so maybe that's my bias. Clyde is interesting. I think it depends on your starting lineup. Does that improve your starting lineup? Then yes, but if it doesn't, then no.
Henderson or Etienne for me.
I'm going to Henderson there, just purely based off of volume that he'll see.
All right, guys.
Even though I'm a big Etienne guy.
We'll
Anyway,
call it
guys,
there.
huge love. We're gonna call it.
Love ya. We'll see you next week.